Hello and welcome to the I've Seen Everything Reaction Wrap-Up. My name's Andrew and I'm glad to have you here with me. This is where I share my thoughts, rating, and review following my most recent reaction or watch-along video. To find these reaction and watch-along videos, please visit @SeenEverything over on YouTube. Please be sure to click the follow button here on the podcast, and for those listening on Apple Podcasts, a rating and review would be greatly appreciated. And now, on to this episode's wrap-up for
Star Wars, Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Well, folks, we have reached a monumental moment. Is that right? Yeah. The end of the original Star Wars trilogy. I know that there's different versions of these movies out there. I don't think there's extended versions or anything that really has a lot more footage. I think it's just that George Lucas has gotten a bad reputation for, after new technology has become available, going back and tinkering with his existing works. Anyway, the matter at hand, Return of the Jedi. A very fitting ending to a wonderful trilogy. You can certainly tell why so many people love it. And Star Wars was a trilogy that for a while, I think, what was the gap? It was like, I'm not looking at anything, I'm guessing. I think it was 83 when Jedi came out, and 98 or 99 when Episode 1 came out. I mean, I saw that one in the theater. So that's 15, 16 years that people went without much of anything for Star Wars, obviously. You know, Star Wars is one of those that people had to really love, kind of stick with it without much to feed them over those years. I think there was extended universe lore, there were books and things like that, but went that long without movies. And obviously, since the new movies have come out and Disney's gotten involved in all of that, they've gone to these lengths to try to create, to go even deeper into creating universes. If you were a Star Wars fan, if you're a longtime Star Wars fan all the way back to the original movies, what was it that sustained your love of Star Wars through all those years? Was it just being able to find a way to buy copies of the original movies and just watch them just regularly? Or was there other Star Wars media that you were able to get your hands on that helped with that? New stories in the extended universe, that kind of thing. People say that they like Empire the most out of the original trilogy. I don't know if I do. I don't know if I would say that Empire was my favorite. I would be hard-pressed to pick a favorite. If I had to, I think it would definitely be one of the last two. It would definitely be either Empire or the Return of the Jedi. I liked A New Hope. There are very iconic moments, very important moments in A New Hope, but A New Hope, understandably, really feels like a lot of setup. We're just kind of getting going. And The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi is when we start seeing some of the culminations of these efforts. I can see Empire capturing the minds of children more who were seeing this for the first time, and it was so new and exciting. And there was, the sequences of Luke learning to become a Jedi, Luke learning how to use the Force. We meet Lando. There's a fight where Luke loses his hand and learns that Vader's his father. So many iconic moments. But I might have liked Return of the Jedi a little better. I don't know. I know that's a dangerous position to take among Star Wars fans. But I don't know. Maybe because it's the third movie. Maybe it's because it's the culmination of this entire story, this entire effort. It feels a little more satisfying. Maybe because it's one of the only movies that I was going to say, maybe because it's one of the only of these movies to end in a good place, but that's not necessarily true. The first one ended in a good place. They just blown up the first Death Star. So it's hard to say. So, I mean, this one, the stuff with Jabba in the beginning was, Jabba's disgusting, but Jabba's supposed to be disgusting. And I don't mean because he's a big worm, basically, or a big slug. I mean just because the tongue and all this other stuff, the disgusting stuff that Jabba, I mean, any person playing that role, even if it was human or humanoid, would have been disgusting. But defeating Jabba, freeing Han, this entire effort to attack the new Death Star, the Ewoks, all of this stuff, Luke revealing to Leia that Vader is their father and she's his sister. Even the return of the I love you, I know, this time with Han telling Leia he loves her and her saying, I know. That was a beautiful compliment to what happened in Empire. I didn't know that one happened. I just knew about the one in Empire. So I think I gave Empire 4 stars. I can't remember what I gave A New Hope. I'd have to go back and look. I think I'm going to give this one 4.5. I really did enjoy it I think a little bit more. Maybe if I went back and watched them again, my opinion would be different, but watching them through this time, I feel like that's where I am. I feel like I enjoyed this one a little bit better than the other two. But please tell me what you think. If you love Empire, if you love A New Hope, if those are your favorites, please tell me why you think those beat Return of the Jedi, or what your order is as far as the original trilogy. What's your first, second, and third? I really appreciate you being here with me to watch through this whole trilogy. And if you're a fan, letting me visit this universe that you've loved for likely so long. So many of you have loved these things your whole life, or they've been a big part of your life for years and years, if not decades. Thanks for being here to complete this trilogy with me today. I'll see you on the next video. Take care. and may the Force be with you.
Thank you for listening to the I've Seen Everything Reaction Wrap-Up. Again, to find these reaction and watch-along videos, please visit @SeenEverything over on YouTube. Please consider following the podcast, and for those on Apple Podcasts, a rating and review are always appreciated. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll meet you here on the next episode.